So we're going to be talking about gamification because that's a big part of this journey that made a difference to me is just seeing this as a game. And once you do this, it just makes a massive difference and you're going to want to play it more, right? So I love playing the game of content creation. I love playing the game of helping my clients transform their lives and the game of doing challenges for my community and all this stuff, right? It's all a game for me at the end of the day. And so I just want to share with you how I approach things that will make a difference to obviously how you'd see your ADHD in your life, right? So as you can see here, why gamification works for ADHD. So what I noticed is that the ADHD brain um, really is driven through feedback, rewards, and pattern recognition, right? You've seen that I've done this ADHD reset program or course or challenge, right? And there's a lot of kind of pattern recognition that's taking place, like, just there's just things that just line up and make sense to me, and it's just made this kind of framework, right? Um, this has all come from the reward of shipping. So I'm shipping this out and people give me feedback. It's helped me to improve the product. It's helped me improve my life as well and how I show up too, right? So the great thing about obviously my brain now is that I noticed that immediate feedback was helping me to see results faster, right? So I got myself a mentor. Mentor obviously helped me with seeing things clearer around my business, and just also just how to just kind of focus on one thing at a time, right? So that feedback really helped me a lot, and then that's obviously what I do with my clients, right? And then there's the visible progress. So it's like on school, um, if you're familiar with school, when you go to your profile, you will see that there is a grid, right, of all these little squares. And all these squares, if they're lit up as green, like a solid green, um, they mean that you've completed a streak, right? And what I was able to do on school is do over 500 days of daily activities, which was the way to be able to solidify a streak would be 10 plus activities a day. That is liking a post or making a comment, any form of activity that you do on the platform itself, not just a community, the whole platform equates to um, one, right? So one activity. You might make a post one, comment one, like one, right? You do at least 10 of those a day, you get a streak, right? Of daily activity. And that's where things started to line up for me, is because I was like, the floor for me to actually make sure that a streak is done is 10 plus activities. So the minimum I need to do is 10 to make sure that I maintain the streak. And that's 5 minutes, right? But what we don't notice is that some of us, we feel like we have to go very high, like, yeah, 100 a day. We'll set goals like that. We'll say, like, yeah, I need to do 100 activities a day because it just feels like, oh, 10, that's not a big deal. I'll do 100. But then when you can't do 100 one day, you just don't do it. And then you don't do it for a month. And then you don't do it for a year. And then all of a sudden, those 10 for that year would have been much more impactful than you just doing 100 and aiming for 100 all the time. So I was able to leave my 9 to 5 from just that thing alone. Is that I had a 9 to 5 and I was juggling it with running a community, running social media, and I was just basically telling myself to do the floor, right? We're going to go into it more in the presentation, but basically, what you want to look at is that there's an emotional safety as well that helps you to stay out of survival mode as well, right? So this keeps you consistent without burning out. Because before, I'll do things where I'll go too far and like try to do crazy things in one day and try to keep consistent with that, and I'll burn myself out, right? So you make progress visible. That's the best way to deal with this. Is that what I was doing is basically I was tracking almost everything um, that I was doing, but not in I wasn't doing it in a tedious way. It was just done in a way that just made me see how far I've come. So like obviously when I had the flame, which is what happens when you do 30 days on school of activities, 10 plus activities, you get a flame next to your name, right? You might have noticed that there's a flame on school next to my name, right? So basically it just became about me trying to maintain that flame, right? And I knew that just having a habit tracker would help me with that. So I had a habit tracker to start off with. Eventually, it just ended up becoming a norm for me. It just become like a non-negotiable for me. But of course, ways that you can do this is through a habit tracking app like Tick Tick is a really good app for that. That's the one I was using in the beginning. You can use a physical book and you can have these checks on there. So like for example, I've got this here. You can see that there's squares on it. You could just fill out one square each day you do or something like that. Um, or you could do a simple daily checklist where, I think Google's got a really good one that you can use. There's an app that I use that's really good. It's called Sync Tasks, and it's a really good app for making sure that you can have your checklist just on your front page of your mobile. Really love it. And then I've got a custom dashboard, of course, which you might have seen throughout the program a couple of times. I have a Notion template that basically has my streaking that I could do from there, right? So um, the rule is really that you must be able to see progress on things because like, out of sight, out of mind, right? Um, and choose a system that lets you track your wins, right? So whatever one of those you feel is going to help you and be fun. There's many other apps, right? It'd be interesting to hear your what apps you're using for this. So yeah, compounding momentum that is really important. That you're not trying to go for perfection. I think that's the biggest thing. That's the problem here for us. And I mentioned it last in the last lesson is that perfectionism is the problem. Really, it's us trying to keep up with neurotypical ways of doing things, and we see that as being perfect. It's not perfect. It's just the default, right? That is optimized more for how their brain works. It's not really for how our brain works. Like we need progress. Like we need to see things now. Like we need the result now. Like we don't need to be waiting months and months for something. Like we just need to get it now, get something done, get a result, a reward after, right? So you want to stack those days one after another, building proof. You're building proof that you are the identity that you want to become, right? There's a book I have here, the where is it? It's not even here. Atomic Habits, right? And it talks about just like you're placing a vote for the person that you want to become each day that you do something. Like, and it's 1% is enough. If you want to become a writer, you sit at the desk every day and you write. And if it's 5 minutes every day, it's better than doing nothing, right? That's how you got to see this. Like you think, oh, 5 minutes, that's not enough, man. I'm not gonna get there. Like you could do 5 minutes a day for 1 year and you have 2 or 3 books out. Like, at the end of the day, it's about the consistency and compounding the efforts because that 5 minutes will turn into an hour, right? That's the thing you got to see it as. Like, so you're stacking trust. So the habit pillar is one in one sentence basically, or there's a few things here really that you can bear in mind, but there's progress beats pressure. Like stop putting pressure on yourself, like just make a little bit of progress. And then momentum beats motivation. Like you're trying to sit there like I need to be motivated to be able to do this. Like no, like when you build momentum, it makes you want to continue and stay consistent. And the floor beats the ceiling. You're trying to do this crazy like metric that people that are extremely successful are doing, and you're seeing it online, and you're like, oh yeah, I've got to do that. That's the minimum requirement. No, it isn't. Like do the floor, right? Do the floor. Do the thing that you think you can manage, the cadence that you can manage, right? And this is how ADHD is win long term. Like I'm gonna 10x my everything you've seen right now is gonna be 10x next year. Just so you know, like I'm very clear on it because I just know what works, right? I'm just gonna keep doing more of what works and 10x the output, the input, right? You could do the same, but it started with the foundations, the fundamentals, the floor. That's how it started. And now that I've got the floor and I know the floor's solid, I don't have to worry. I don't have to think about doing content. I don't have to think about what am I going to post tomorrow. I just know what I can post. I know what I can do in this challenge. I know everything. Like everything's just very crystal clear and it's very organic, right? That's what you're optimizing for. So the streaks are very simple. It's like a simple gaming loop where you're just showing up. You just want to show up. That's all you want to do, man. Stop trying to do all this crazy stuff of like being perfect and like I won't start until I've got this detail. And like no, like just show up, show up as you are, right? It's perfect as it is. Like I just showed up. All I did is all I did, very simply put, I got diagnosed. I created the community. Was there a course in there? No. Was there challenges in there? No. Did I know who was going to come in, what my offer was, and how I was going to help impact people's life? No, I didn't know all that, but I had the commitment and I just showed up every day and just added, tweaked, made change things. People came, left. Oh no, this is not useful. This is not valuable. There's some people that don't know how much value they're missing out on because they left too early. All good. Not up to me to try and um, sway people and persuade and manipulate people into doing what they don't want to do. Right? They came in a journey where maybe I didn't understand certain things and they've left and they've said no, that's not valuable. And there might be people that have come in and said, I don't like what Mike did, and there's people that come in now and go, oh, I can't believe Mike's created all this valuable insights for us. And it's because I've done the floor in the beginning. But some people just that the floor wasn't good enough for them, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, stop worrying about what people think. Like that thing that made someone leave my community is what got me here today, right? So just seeing visual progress. And I just love looking at those green dots that are just across my page, showing that I just stayed consistent on the school, right? So the floor is the most important rule. You just need to just stick with the floor. Like if you want to go gym, like don't say I'm going to do an hour in the gym and then when you feel really tired and shattered, an hour just sounds too much. Just show up to the gym, man. It might be a 15-minute session, but just show up, right? Just write one paragraph, man. You're writing a book, you feel like, oh, today I don't know if I could do like what I did yesterday. I've done quite a lot of writing yesterday. Yeah, no, let me just wait until I can feel like I could do the same amount I did yesterday tomorrow. No, just do one paragraph, man. You know, oh, do you know what, man? Like, not really feeling like going to the gym today because, like, feeling a bit sniffly. No worries, just go for a walk, man. Just go for a quick short walk. That's movement. Doesn't have to be a flipping, like bench press. Like, just go for a short walk. That's the floor. So what's your floor? Like, this is what I want you to tell me. Like, just this actual step. Like, just think of a couple of floor things, like things that are floor that you can commit to daily. You can commit to waking up and brushing your teeth, man. It's a flaw. It's 2 minutes. You brush your teeth for 2 minutes in the morning. Like it's a non-negotiable thing. Like what else is in your life right now that you could do? Is the flaw around your projects or your goals or anything that you're working towards? Let me know. And if you're new here, obviously I have a community link in the description where you can actually follow this challenge on there, or there's a playlist as well that has all of the lessons from the challenge. Anyway, take care. Peace.